Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Like I told you, I'll go over my collection with you guys once a month, keep you guys up to date on what's going on. This is being filmed on the 25th. I know it's a week out from when you're seeing it, but I am not going to be buying anything else, and I had a little bit of extra time today, so I'm just going to get this filmed. If I do end up buying something else, I'll put like a revision at the end or something so that you guys are able to see. But I do not plan to buy anything else between now and the end of the month. So those of you who have been watching these for any period of time, you of course know the 1967 Gravely 430. I bought that last spring, got it running on the channel, and actually I bought it at the auction on the channel also and used it. Go check those videos out if you haven't. They did pretty well. People seem to like them. And then, of course, my 200 series collection. I got first year production 200, 208, 210, the 212s, and the other building being restored right now. So there's just a random snowmobile sitting there in its way. 214 and 216. I need to get some tires mounted for that again. That's why it's sitting on blocks. Need to dig it back out, get it running again. Haven't got it, or I haven't run it since I redid it. So it's been about a year now, almost, not quite. Then down here, this is the 1974 140 H3. I restored this one 2 years ago on the channel. Bought it blown up and went through the engine, completely rebuilt it. We're up to 59.9 hours. Yeah, I know my hour meter's messed up. I don't know how it did that. When I painted this tractor, I put a piece of tape over it, just like painter's scotch tape. And when I took it back off, it was scraped up like that. Doesn't make me happy, but it's still counting hours, so whatever. That over there is a 1966 Cub 122. I want rid of it. Supposedly John wants to buy it. We'll see if that happens or not. And then, of course, I have a sea of just random chowder back here. We'll kind of try and hit everything. Right here we got my acreage estate rake. You've seen me use this several times in the last few years since I bought it. That is a 1960s, somebody guessed a 1962 Toro Professional 70 reel mower. It's for mowing a golf course, I guess. I got that running on the channel. If you're interested in seeing that, go check that video out. It wasn't too long ago. Over here we got two Turf Groom Model 136 lawn sweepers. I picked another one of those up, and I had been looking for one for a while. I finally was able to get my hands on one, so I'm happy about that. Back corner over there is just lots of random attachments. I got that chisel you guys seen me use once. Brush hog that came off of that, 526. My 80 carts over there, and then I got some random pieces parts for the 110 patio. Lots of attachments across the back. That's the 1971 40 H3 patio. Still waiting on Hapco to let me know if they have the parts that they said they might have. Haven't heard from them. I need to call them, keep forgetting. So that's partially my fault, partially their fault. I was hoping to have that already done, and the 212 also, but they're both sitting in about the same state. That's 1969 110 hydraulic lift. Bought it, started getting it running, kind of lost interest. Gonna try and sell it. If I get some extra time and ambition, I might bring it back over to the shop and try and fiddle with it again. But as of right now, I'm just going to try and sell it how it is, because I am starting to get into some other projects that I want to get done for winter. This is my 1969, if I remember right, Gravely 432. Picked this up, got it running on the channel. I've mowed with it a couple times. You've seen that. Pretty nice tractor. It's one I'm going to keep. And then this is actually an 812. The hood that's on top of it is for that 814. It's got two hoods sitting on it. So that's my 812 parts tractor, and I've had it for a while. That over there is my 1973 814 Gravely. I've been working on getting it running. Actually drove it to right here. First time it had been out of the barn under its own power since I've owned it. Put some 3 ribs on it because the front tires that were on it were junk. One was completely gone and the other one was so junk that it wouldn't even roll or steer. This thing needs new drive clutches, new PTO clutch, and the steering needs fixed. Otherwise, it's a good tractor so far. Of course, I got tillers and a sickle bar and some discs back here. That's 71 110 patio that it's been sold for more than 6 months. The guy still hasn't come and got it. That's a original one owner before me, 1986 210. I'm going to sell it. Got it running on the channel. This one here is a 1967 one owner original paint, Gravely 430. You guys saw me get this running on the channel, but the transmission had catastrophically failed, so it is going to get parted out. Unfortunately, I've already promised the steering to John. These two here are 2 Gravely 432s. This one's a 71, that one's a 72. Both for sale, $500 each, both run and drive. This one's got a rebuilt motor but needs a governor because the kid did not replace that and should have. That one doesn't have any issues, runs and drives. This is the Craftsman I have. It's slightly custom built. It was a lawnmower, and someone obviously widened it, pulley swapped it, turned it into something cool. It's neat. Still not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it. It's fun to ride around on, but I don't really need it. And as you see, I don't really have space for it either. This is a 1980, if I remember correctly, John Deere 111. It is obviously a little bit custom. It is actually 4-wheel drive, and the 4-wheel drive does function. And it's lifted to the bottom of the platform is 2 feet. And it's got a twin Briggs on it. Pretty fun little toy if it was running. I've never had it running. The guy I bought it from apparently had it running once and drove it back and forth and said that the clutch slipped. So it's just belt drive, probably needs tightened up, who knows. That's another one of those things that it's cool, but I don't really know if I want to keep it or not. This here's my 1973 140H3. I purchased this tractor about a year ago, maybe a little longer, last summer sometime I believe, on the chance that it was close in serial number to Bug Eyes. And well, my gamble paid off. Good tractor. Got it running on the channel, I think this spring, and I've been using it since. I put these rear tires on it. Really great tractor. There is something goofed up in the drive linkage, but I'm going to ignore it because it functions how it is. I did do this one on the channel, so you can go back and check it out if you're interested. And the remaining tractors on this side, if you watched the last one, you've seen them, but we'll quickly go over them. 1970 120 patio, hoping to restart next year, but we'll see. If I don't finish the 140 and the 212 this year, I am not going to start that one until I finish both. 1970 112 hydraulic patio. Got this running on the channel. I've done lots of work with it and to it on the channel, so you can check that out over the last couple years. I'm going to eventually repaint it, I think, just so it matches my other ones, but for now it's going to stay like that. I use it. 1970 110 hydraulic lift patio. This was the last patio I needed in my set, and I finally picked it up about a month ago, and it is just waiting for restoration. Not sure when I'm going to get to it. Then the last 4 here are my 1971 set, 110 hydraulic, 112 hydraulic, 120, 140 H3. This one I've done a lot of work to on the channel. That I don't think I've done anything on the channel. That I got running on the channel. and that I haven't touched since I've owned it. That is currently my collection. I do have a 112 hydraulic lift side tag. Also, I'll drop some pictures here while I'm talking that I've been restoring, but I think I'm just going to sell if anybody's interested in that. And I also have a original paint 1975 400. It is a decent tractor. I've done some work to it on the channel. It is actually in the shop right now. I'm finally going to get to fixing the charging system, and then maybe I'll be able to use it without worrying about the battery going dead. I don't think I hit this tractor, actually. I completely forgot it. Kind of went around it. This is a 1980 one owner original 317. Here's a dealer sticker. It was not factory with a cab. I just picked this cab up like a week ago, and I set it on here just for storage purposes. And I just finished bolting it on this morning. So it's on here now. I've actually taken out the back window. It was a piece of plexiglass. It was in rough shape. And I took off the front vinyl because that was also in rough shape. I just ordered new plexiglass and vinyl to put a back window in it. And obviously the doors don't have windows. I'm going to do all the vinyl on it, the doors and the front, and put new windows in the doors also. So that'll be the next project on this cab. I'm also eventually going to transform this cab into some pretty good luxury. I want to, after the cab is fixed, I want to put heat in here, AC, a radio, windshield wiper, because that's gone. I want to put a bunch of luxury stuff in this cab and make it nice. I'm going to try and make this my winter tractor this year and put that blade on it and give that 140 a break, because that 140 has had that blade on it for probably a year or more now without having it off. So that's all it's done. So I want to give it a break, put the blade on here. I did build a lockout for the hydraulics. Basically all you need to do is set your sleeve hitch mower deck lift all the way down, and the bar or spot that this hooks onto, hook something to it and run it back here, and just like this, so it can't run that cylinder back out. And that basically locks out your hydraulics and allows you to use your blade properly. I've not tried it yet, but it was a factory option. I just learned that. But to buy at factory, it's like 150 bucks, and all it is a rod and a flat piece. So it's pretty simple to build your own. The factory one, you have to take off your sleeve hitch and rear linkage, but I built my own and I made it so that I could just leave all that on, because, well, let's be honest, I'm too lazy to take all that off and back on all the time. So this tractor is going to be, hopefully, getting a lot of attention. I did the wiring on it that it required in order to run. It does need some other wiring. When you turn on the key, the PTO comes on. I'm going to ignore it for now. I'm not going to use the PTO on it. But that is what we've got. As you see, I'm pretty full on space again. I've only got a little space to drive into here. I need to sell a bunch of stuff. If you're interested in buying anything, the things I'm going to sell are going to be probably this, probably that, those two Graveleys, that one's being parted out, that 210, that one's already sold, it just needs to get out, and the 112 side tag. They're all going to get sold. If you're interested in any of those, drop a comment down below, let me know, and I will get with you. Otherwise, my email is in the description, and so is my Instagram. You can message me one of those places. If anyone is looking to sell a tractor, I am only looking for actively right now a 1975 original paint 300. I don't care if it's a one owner, two owner, whatever. If you're the original owner, that's even better. But I want that to match my one owner 75 400 that's original, and my, I think, two owner, if I'm getting that right, original 200. This is also a 75. The only part of this that's not original is this side panel. I picked it up at a parts yard off an original tractor because it was missing off of this one. And I am also looking for a 1973 140 serial number 54948. Other than that, if you want to sell me something, I'm in Ohio. I'm not willing to travel too far at this point. I'm trying to thin down and sell a bunch and work on what I've got, not buy more. But if it's cheap enough, it's the right deal, I would be interested in buying it to get running, but don't think I'm going to buy it and keep it. If it's not what I'm looking for, I will resell it once I get it running or do things with it. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, I do this once a month, and of course there's content on everything in here all the time. I'm always working on something, and you guys are getting videos. I try to do at least one a week. Sometimes I miss one, sometimes I get ahead and I'm able to do 2 a week. But if you're interested in seeing that, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button too. Subscribe to the channel. And of course, as always, if you have any requests or questions, drop them down in the comments. I try to respond to all of them. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.